So good day everyone. I am Vince Marie P. Crucio. I will be the first reporter for the Group 2 Learning and Development. So first, let us define human resource management. So it is the management of the human power of the company by the human resource department. So human resource deploys strategically designed measures that lead to the enhanced employee performance in the least possible time. So learning and development is one of the core areas of human resource management. So in this presentation, we will give you comprehensive guide to learning and development. So our learning objectives for the whole presentation is learning and learning and development definition. Second, create learning and development strategies. Third, evaluate L&D effectiveness. And last, list of different jobs that make up the L&D field. So what is learning and development? So learning and development is a systematic process to enhance an employee's skills, knowledge, and competency, resulting in better performance in a work setting. So specifically, learning is concerned with the acquisition of knowledge, skills, and attitude, while in development, it is the broadening and deepening of knowledge in line with one's development goals. So, learning and development is a subcategory of human resource that aims to improve group and individual performance by increasing and enhancing skills and knowledge. So, learning and development is often called training and development. So it forms part of an organization's talent management strategy and is designed to align group and individual goals and performance with organization's overall vision and goals. So individuals on a practical level, individuals responsible for talent development must identify gaps among group and teams. So it often through smart objectives or one-to-one interviews or performance and appraisals, and then finding suitable training to fill these gaps. So one of the most successful concepts in human resource management is the learning and development. So it is also called training and development, like what I've said. It deals with the way companies keep managers and staff at their highest level of functioning. So it was once thought as a component of applied psychology. So the concept has become an integral part of the human resource departments of most businesses. So corporations invest in training and development in orientation for new employees as well as for building leadership potential within the organization. So if employees struggle to perform well in certain areas, learning and development can help to improve their performance. So learning and development is obviously led by the human resource, and good policies can be very helpful in advancing the organizations toward its long-term goals. So procurement is an important part of the training and development process because training providers must be cost effective and appropriate for the organization needs. So good training provides individuals with tools and skills and shows them how to apply these new tools and skills within their own own organization and role. So, so training and development is a structured program with different methods designed by professionals in a particular job. So it has become the most common and continuous task in any organization for updating skills and knowledge of employees in accordance with changing environment. So optimization of cost with available resources has become the need for every organization, which will be possible only by way of improving efficiency and productivity of employees. Possible only by way need to provide proper employee training and development conditions to that it should be provided by professionals. So the goal of learning and development is to develop or change the behavior of individuals or groups for the better, sharing knowledge and insights that enable them to do their work or cultivate attitudes that help them perform better. So learning, training, and development as well as education are often used interchangeably. So, however, there are subtle differences between these concepts. So, first, learning. In learning, the acquisition of knowledge, skills, attitudes through experience, study, or teaching. So, training and development and education all involve learning. So, while in training is aimed at teaching immediately applicable knowledge, skills, and attitudes to be used in a specific job. So, another development. So, development is aimed at the long term. It revolves around the broadening or deepening of knowledge. So, this all has to fit within one's personal development goals and the future goals of the organization. So, development usually happens voluntarily. So, education. Education is a more formal way to broaden one's knowledge. Education is often non-specific and applicable for a long time. So, in education, they focus upon the jobs that an individual may potentially hold in the future and is evaluated against those jobs. So, previously, many authors have defined the difference between training and development, but still, there is a little confusion in understanding the difference. So, in fact, many organizations are using term training and development so as one on the same. So, training is a process of improving and polishing that required skills to an employee in order to make him or her skilled and perfectionist in the job which he or she does. So training is purely job focused, but development is psychology and soft skills oriented. So mostly we hear the term training for the purpose of inducing skills and knowledge among the employees. So both training and development are continuous and core tasks of organization. But employee training will be for the particular job to develop skills. Uh, develop skills in concern with particular job for a particular period and will be given periodically whenever updating skills needed for performing particular job. And moreover, training is meant for the purpose of development of technically among the employees. So training is mainly provided for making employee aware on how to handle particular job, technology, or equipment for doing particular task or function in the organization. So ultimately, training of the employees will be the way of teaching by the professional in particular job which involves technicality to develop skills. So, and many large organizations, even in governmental organizations, financial budgeting provides a separate budget for the purpose of employee training as a key overhead, which has been not ignored ever since. So, because employee training is very expensive, especially if we take information technology companies, they spend a large amount for providing training to their employees, and frequency of training is high because change of technology is not constant and and is continuously updated. So therefore, to make aware of new technology and update their skills, in accordance with new technology, training of employees is more frequent as that of other industries. So, um, coming to employee development, we don't hear or see as that employee training program in the organization. So, employee development is psychological oriented, mainly provided for the people who deals with managerial tasks. So, as compared to technical staff, managerial staff will be very low in number because manager who is having more efficiency can manage more number of people, which is a real manager capability. But coming with to technical jobs cannot be done by one or with minimum available skilled labor if there is need for high or large production. So ultimately, development of employees is by way of learning of observations to develop knowledge. So, in fact, training is also provided for management level personnel to understand technicalities involved and nature of work done by staff working under them. So, ultimately, to manage them. So, we have here traditional and modern approach in learning and development. So, what is traditional approach? So, in traditional approach, in L&D, most of the organizations before never used to believe in training. They were holding the traditional view that managers are born and not made. So, and not made. So, there were also some views that training is a very costly affair and not worth. So, organization used to believe more in executive pinching, but now the scenario seems to be changing. So, we have the modern approach. So, in modern approach, um, training and development is now considered as more retention tool than a cost. So the training system has been changed to create a smarter workforce and yield the best results. So training and development objectives. So the principal objective of training and development division is to make sure the availability of a skilled and willing workforce to an organization. So in addition to that, there are four objectives. So first, the individual objective, the second, organizational objective, third, functional objective, and lastly, societal objective. So first, individual objectives. So it helps the employees in achieving their personal goals, so in which in turn enhances the individual contribution to an organization. Next objective is the organizational objectives. So they assist the organization with its primary objective. So by bringing individual effectiveness to the company. And next, functional objectives. So they maintain the department's contribution at a level suitable to the organizational needs. And lastly, societal objectives. So they ensure that an organization is ethically and socially responsible to the needs and challenges of the society. Learning and development. So in the field of human resource management, learning and development uh, is a field that is concerned with organizational activity and aimed at bettering the performance of individuals and groups in organizational settings. So it has been known by several names, including employee development, human resource development, and learning and development. So that ends the part one. Thank you.